Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Wednesday, October 5th. I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Hey, please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify, and you can follow me there as well. If you'd like to connect, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find my social media connections, my email, my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button. Everybody watching online, hit the like button right now. Hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. You can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify, so please go there and subscribe as well. Don't forget you can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and please say hi so I know you're watching. And by the way, that's the only way I know that you're watching is if you say hi. And if you haven't joined the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook, please do that. Make sure you can always see the show. If you like the page, you can still view the show when I'm in Facebook jail because, they put me in jail. They don't let me transmit on my own page. So please go to the Money Chat Now fan page and like it there. That way you'll never miss a show due to the Facebook censors. All right, real quick, I want to say hello to a couple of people online who have already joined us. Excellent. Looks like we've got James and Charles. We got James coming in actually from YouTube. We got Charles. We got John. We got the other James coming in. We got Jason also coming in from YouTube and Jose coming in from YouTube. And we got Sandra and Mike. Thanks so much. Sandra goes, "Good morning again, Mr. Sunshine." I don't know. Is she talking about the same person? All right, let's talk about what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about, of course, the market recap, the Ukraine war update, robot workers, and Kim Kardashian. Yeah. I said it, Kim Kardashian. We're going to be talking about Kim Kardashian. Yep. Wait till you hear. All right. So Money Chat Now, once again, is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. Matter of fact, tomorrow is going to be a really great class. We're going to be doing a case study on a subject to property, which is subject to being that you take over somebody else's mortgage payments. And we had an interesting event that happened last week with one of our students. We want to talk about it. I also want to thank everyone else for sharing the page the last few days. I totally appreciate it. Art shared it. I think Mitchell shared it. And Peter and Mark and Mike and Ken shared it. Barbara and Betsy, thank you all. I totally appreciate you guys. Please click the share button right now under the video and share it on your timeline or in a group that you might feel from it. I really appreciate you guys. All right, let's talk about what happened yesterday. Well, it looked like it was another awesome day yesterday. The market took off once again. The Dow is now above 30,000 again. And because basically the last 2 days in the market, it rallied over 1,500 points. That's amazing. The Dow finished up 825 points yesterday alone. The S&P was up over 112 points, and the NASDAQ was over 360 points it finished up. What an awesome week so far. Look, remember the theory of the dead zone? It is here playing out right in front of you. It was just a week late. That's all that happens because you can't always get the date right. But if my range theory is correct, we should see the Dow start to reach 33,000 before it pulls back again. We will probably see some profit taking in the next few days as the investors look to post winnings for the first time in a while. Of course, the big winner yesterday was Twitter. Damn, I knew something was fishy. I looked at this stock last week and I noticed it was the only stock that hardly moved when the market was tanking. The stock yesterday popped over 22% when Elon Musk claimed his best choice was to buy the company at the price he pledged to buy it. Wow. So the price of $54.20 was the price he wanted to buy it, and now the only question is when will the deal be consummated? Look, Twitter issued a statement saying that they had received a letter stating the intention of the company is to close the transaction at $54.20 a share. The news came out about 12 o'clock yesterday, and the stock moved fast. Trading of the stock was halted twice during the period, and it finished up 9.5 points for the day, or 22% up. It was like an amazing run. Like I said earlier, I thought something was going on, but I guess I overthunk it and didn't move on it. Tesla actually moved up a bit on the news. I was surprised that Tesla didn't fall, but It could be that the market was so hot yesterday that the slight move up was caused by momentum. I guess Musk decided that he couldn't win his case and that the lawsuit would just be a waste of money and a waste of time. Of course, there is one other possibility. Often as a real estate investor, I've seen deals that need a little extra time to raise the finances. It's very possible that Musk just needed more time to get the private investors on board for his deal. And there is still one other possibility, and that Musk pulls another fast one today. Look, if you remember when this all started, many of you asked me if they should buy Twitter at the price of $48.49 because the offer of $54.20 would make a quick profit. Well, at that time, I suggested to wait because I said Musk has a way of making a mess of all his deals. It is possible he can manipulate the stock just one more time. He might even deny the letter was ever written or that it was taken out of context. Wait for it. Something will happen before this deal happens. The other big movers were other surprise to me were the cruise stocks. They all took off yesterday. Royal Caribbean was up about 16%, and same with Norwegian. Caribbean Cruise Line was up about 13%. You know, I guess I just got to hold on and get my money back on this one. It's a tough one. Rivian said that they are on track for their deliveries. The stock was up almost 14%. By the way, I like Rivian at this price of about 36. I think it has a future. And here's the craziest part about yesterday. The job opening report seemed to be the trigger for yesterday's rally. Apparently, there were 1.1 million less job openings reported. Now, doesn't that sound like it should be a problem? 1.1 million less jobs? So why does Wall Street like it? Well, first of all, let's take a look at this in perspective. There are still 10 million job openings for the month of August. That means that if anyone is unemployed right now, they are absolutely just plain lazy. The reason Wall Street likes the fact that there are less job openings means that the economy is starting to settle. It means that salaries may be settling, and they would be settling because, the less job openings, the less chance someone leaves their job for a higher paying job. That signals Wall Street that maybe the inflation problem is coming to an end. Maybe the Fed will not need to raise interest rates another 75 basis points. Maybe 50 will be enough this time. So the market rallied on that news. All right, let's see what the market has in store for us today. Let's take a look at the futures real quick. We got the futures are down, actually pretty strong, down 280. The S&P is down 28, and the NASDAQ is down 105. That's pretty common. We'll talk about why at the end of the show. We'll talk about why that's pretty common. Real quick, I want to say hello to a couple of people who've joined us. A whole bunch of people joined us. It looks like we have Mike and the other Mike, and we have Kevin. Oh, and we have Ken the Democrat, and we have Tom saying hi. Everybody say hello to Ken the Democrat. And everybody, make sure you post on Ken the Democrat's wall, vote for Oz, and vote for Mastriano. All right, let's talk about the Ukraine war. Hey, do you guys remember the war? The war that's going on right now in the Ukraine? The one where Russia invaded the smaller country? In case you guys forgot, let's hear it from Kamala Harris herself.
So, Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
This is our vice president. It just amazes me. Well, anyway, this war that many of us forgot is still happening. It's certainly changing many parts of the world. Energy and oil issues due to Russian sanctions have been a problem in many countries. Some are even wondering how they'll have enough oil or energy to heat their homes this winter. But here's something that really isn't being talked about as much as it should. If you remember, the Russians invaded Ukraine as a threat to keep them from joining NATO. Well, at least that was one of the reasons Putin gave. Whether it was a good reason or even a real reason for the war, Ukraine joining NATO would definitely be a threat to Russia, or at least Russia would feel that way. Well, as Russia moves into the outer territories of Ukraine, Putin has now declared these territories as Russian territories. He signed into law that these territories are now officially part of Russia. This will escalate the outcome of the war. With the territories being claimed by Russia, Zelensky, the Ukraine president, is now asking NATO to fast-track their application to join. Oh boy. For those who thought this war might lead to World War III, well, here it is. If Ukraine is allowed to join NATO, then the allied countries are bound to defend Ukraine. Putin has recently declared that he will defend Russia with any means necessary, including the newly occupied territories. He has also stated that nuclear weapons are a possibility. So as we wait for the New World Order, whatever the heck that is, we have a serious storm brewing in that region. Speaking of storms, Hurricane Ian that decimated Florida will need billions of dollars of funding, not just to rebuild, but also just to provide food, clean water, and shelter to the displaced residents. We know sending the money to Ukraine will help them with their war. That money should now be cut off and used for our people, not the people of the damage done by Biden and his crooked regime. All of this is not going to end well. Watch for something big to happen on the war soon. It appears that Putin needs the attention. If you haven't seen the Twitter debate on the war, it was also interesting. Elon Musk the other day was suggesting in a poll different ways to end the war. Two of the choices were not great for Ukraine. President Zelensky fired back and told Musk to F off. Zelensky also conducted a poll of his own, asking if Musk was for Ukraine or for Russia. Well, the no surprise results showed that the world feels that Musk is very much in support of Ukraine. Look, don't forget that he single-handedly got Starlink system up and running in Ukraine and gave the people the internet service. Watch this one. This one, I'm telling you, there's going to be some major news breaks on this. All right, let's take a break here, and we will talk in a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock options sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on Investor Schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Subscribe there as well. And if you'd like to connect to me, go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. All right, I got to tell you, Ken is like going off. Ken, the Democrat's going off. And, you know, he's obviously ignorant. But when he says that Mastriano's a Jew hater and he's going to vote for a guy who took a shotgun and put it in a black man's face and accused him of committing a crime just because he was jogging down the street, you have zero credibility with me, Ken. And, yeah, go look up the fact that Fetterman put a shotgun in the face of a black man. All right. So far, we've been discussing, of course, the market recap, and the market did really well yesterday. Right now, the Dow is down 258. We talked about the Ukraine war, and coming up, we got robot workers, and we got Kim Kardashian. Yep, Kim Kardashian. And, of course, today's picks and plays. But first, did you guys hit that like button? Did you guys hit that share button yet? Leave me a comment to say hi if you haven't already. By the way, like I said, leaving a comment is the only way I know you are watching, and please share and like as well. Also, don't forget to order my new book. It's called Money Hacks. And if you ordered it, please leave a review on Amazon. All right, cool. Let's talk about robot workers. Hey, as a kid, I often watched shows like The Twilight Zone. Look, many of the episodes continue to make me think about what this world's coming to, and frankly, it's scary. Some of us have even referred to these times as described in the George Orwell book 1984. Look, to be honest with you, I should say, we are in the prequel of 1984. Honestly, we could just write the prequel book on the real life stories of many of us. It's not even like, you don't even need to make it up. Just write the stories of what we've been living in. In the book 1984, George Orwell describes something called telescreens that have the ability to spy on people in their homes. We never find out how these telescreens have been put into the homes of the people, but it's apparent that now that Amazon has the Alexa system in place, you know, that's how they did it. Like I said before, the prequel to 1984. Well, here's another interesting prediction, not by Orwell, but by Rod Serling from the Twilight Zone episode called The Brain Center of the Whipples, or at Whipples. This story is about a man who wants to replace all his factory workers with robots. This would eliminate the problems of people calling in sick, people's inefficiencies, and of course, their salaries. Well, as a country, we're seeing more and more pressure from workers demanding to unionize, demanding more money, and not performing their jobs at the efficiency expected by their employer. Well, it looks like Mr. Whipple's solution in the short story might be the answer. Robots are making the scene in more and more businesses. In fact, in fast food, we no longer see the smiling face behind the counter. We are now asked to enter our own order at the cold screen of a kiosk. The counters are empty, and the only people around are those dropping the fries into the basket and dropping the basket into oil. You don't even need to ask for extra ketchup anymore because the ketchup is in a bin by the soda machine that you pour yourself anyway. It won't take long to see all the workers gone in these fast food restaurants, and it's already starting to happen quickly. A company called Naila Robots has launched a fast food robot that says it can fry chicken wings, french fries, and other foods, season them, and plate them all autonomously. It's called the Wingman, and it's available to rent for you ready for this? For $2,999 a month. Well, guess what? If you hired a person to do this job at $15 an hour, and assuming your restaurant is open 12 hours a day, the cost for the human would calculate to $5,580 a month. But that's just the hourly rate. Then you have to add health insurance, Social Security taxes, and other possible expenses, so the robot cost is about half the cost of the human. According to the manufacturer, Wingman can cook multiple different foods at the same time and season them individually. It can take foods out of the frozen storage, it can bring them into the dispensing area, deep fry them, season them, plate them ready to serve. Wingman can also bread chicken, toss fries, and add dry rub to wings. Now, as for serving them, I've also seen robots that'll bring food to the table and eliminate the need for a human server. We have seen the at-the-table ordering systems in these small screens. You ever see the small screens, like when you go to Red Robin, I think they have them? They're the size of a little iPad on the tables of many restaurants. You can place your order on the screen, and then you pay for your order from the same screen. If you have a robot cook and robot server, there'll be no need for the human to be in the middle of the enjoyment of your meal. In the end of the episode, in the Twilight Zone show, the man who owned the factory becomes very lonely and is eventually replaced by a robot himself. Some memes on Facebook would have you believe that the $15 an hour legislation was the cause of the rise of these machines, but it really wasn't. The technology was here, and the world's going to become a more lonely place soon, and people like Mr. Whipple will, like in the episode, will be proud of the accomplishment until they are also replaced. Hey, Alexa, order me a burger and fries. All right. Let's talk about Kim Kardashian. But real quick, I just got to see. I see you guys are like, oh my God. You guys are unbelievable. I want to say hello to a couple people real quick. We got James coming in from YouTube. We got Seth, my brother. Thanks, Seth. And we got Betsy. And, of course, we got Ken continuing to push the communist agenda. That's fine. You want to be a communist, go ahead. All right. Let's talk a little bit about Kim Kardashian, because it must be a slow news day if I'm mentioning the name Kim Kardashian. Well, actually, believe it or not, she does have some relevance to money and a show called Money Chat Now. Believe it or not, Kim Kardashian got into some legal problems when she discussed and promoted a cryptocurrency called Ethereum Max. So here's what she did. Kardashian posted on Instagram several times about the cryptocurrency, and in the first post, she actually started by asking her approximately 250 million Instagram followers, "Are you into crypto? This is not my financial advice, but sharing what my friends just told me about the Ethereum Max token." So here's the problem. She was actually paid by the token creators to make a post about the currency. This was not an opinion, but instead a cleverly designed marketing campaign for the cryptocurrency, and she was paid $250,000 to make posts like this about the cryptocurrency. Well, you could probably tell that a post like this can be misleading, and it would be trouble for Kardashian. But it's actually worse than that. It's actually a violation of SEC law. She needs to declare that she is being paid to promote the security of an asset according to SEC rules. My guess is that it was an innocent mistake. However, the SEC still pursued this case, and they settled with Kardashian for $1.25 million. That amount includes how much she was paid for the promotion and $1 million penalty. $1 million penalty. Yikes, wow. Apparently, this token was recruiting others as well to promote it as well, interestingly enough. Investors not only sued her, they also sued former NBA star Paul Pierce and boxer Floyd Mayweather. And so interesting. So they also were promoting the Ethereum Max. They accused them of artificially inflating the value of the asset. And so just so you guys know, Congress passed a law many decades ago called the Securities Act, and it was to protect the public. Part of that law said that if you tout a stock, you have to disclose if you're getting paid. In fact, when I'm on the radio, so this is interesting too, when I'm on the radio and discuss a product, I must also disclose that I'm getting paid to discuss it. The radio stations hosting my shows recently sent out memos on this very topic. My guess is this case has brought the attention of many of upper management of communication companies. By the way, this story was brought to you by Investor Schooling. Go to investorschooling.com and sign up for a complimentary class this Thursday, so I can get paid for being here every morning. All right, let's take a quick break. We will see you in a minute. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on barnesandnoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to barnesandnoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. By the way, would you like to be a sponsor of this show? And then I could tell everybody that you sponsor the show because I have to. Your name and product will be delivered to hundreds of loyal listeners and watchers of this show. As you know, we're expanding our base every day. And if you'd like to get your product out or service out to my audience and help keeping the show on the air, I'd love to have you as a sponsor. Hey, just reach out via Messenger or contact me at contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. Don't forget, we have a Spotify channel. Don't forget, pick up your phone, go to Spotify and subscribe to the channel. Listen to all the reports. They're broken out for your enjoyment. So if you like that last report, you can listen to it. You can tell all your friends that Larry Steinhouse talked about Kim Kardashian. Oh, that's really funny. Actually, come to think of it, so Jose on YouTube says, I guess you're not going to talk about her ass when I said I was talking about Kim Kardashian. I'm like, no, the only ass I'm talking about is Ken the Democrat. All right, so far we've been discussing, of course, the market recap. Right now, the Dow is down 275 points, the S&P is down 28, and the NASDAQ is down 104. We talked about the Ukraine war, and I'm telling you, something bad's going to happen. Just watch for it, because Putin's not getting the attention he wants. We talked about robot workers, and we talked about Kim Kardashian and the SEC. Coming up, we have today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button yet? Come on, everybody hit that like button yet? Hit that share button, and don't forget to trample all over Ken the Democrat. All right, tell all your friends about the show. Let them know it's both entertaining and educational. Please share it on your page or in groups that you feel will also enjoy the show. Hey, let's talk about what's going on today. All right, 2 fantastic days in a row can only bring a down day. Most likely today will be a settling day for the market. It'll probably drop because the investors will sit back and count their winnings from the past 2 days. Many of the investors are just happy that they finally got some profit. I got to tell you, I was glad to see my account was up for the first day in a long time. They don't want to lose it, so they book their winnings and they get ready to re-enter in a day or two. That's typically what happens. So the people who held out for Twitter did really, really well, and I'm just going to wait for the other shoe to drop. It's going to be interesting. I expect something on that today. Wait for it. It's coming. There will be a news release today on Twitter. I don't know what it's going to be. It might just be that, yes, he's confirming it, but it's going to be something, and I'm also thinking it may not be positive. Traders are expecting a few economic reports today. Data on weekly mortgage applications is expected, so how many mortgage applications there were. September's ADP private payrolls report is also due out at 8:15. We'll also get some international trading reports as well, and it may be a market mover, but I don't see anything serious surprises that'll really move the needle much. The ADP report, we kind of got the report yesterday. The big story will be the end of the month, of course, when Powell and his cronies hopefully decide to slow down the rate increases. My suggestion is to load up on some good picks before earnings. The market should be rising from here until about mid-November, and then watch out. Remember, I think it's going to go to about 33,000, maybe a little bit past 33,000. But by mid-November, and then watch out, it's going to start to drop, and then we're going to start to go into the 28,000 range going into the new year. All right, let's take a quick look at the futures. Let's see what today is going to bring. Right now, we have the Dow is down 283. We have the S&P down 30, and the NASDAQ down 112. Like I said, that's probably how the day's going to end. It's probably going to be pretty much like that. It is what it is. All right. Let's talk about crypto. On the crypto scene, it doesn't seem like Kim Kardashian is doing anything about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is hovering at around 20,000. Ethereum is right around 1350. And look, again, I've been saying this, get out. This is not the place to be right now. You got to remember that the top line right now seems to be 20 for Bitcoin, which means 12,000 is around the corner. And the same thing with Ethereum. I'm going to say about 800 is around the corner. But they did benefit from the rally the last couple of days. But I don't think I'm telling you, just get out. It's not gonna be a good place for you to have your money. Like the rest of the market, gold and silver also, retreated a little bit this morning. Gold is just about 1,700, and I actually think gold's a buy at 1,700. So anything at 1,700 or below, I think it's a buy. I actually think it's a better buy than silver at the moment. I think gold will return to the 2,000 range before silver returns to 25. But either way, if you're buying it for investment, that may not be the greatest thing. Like I said, I buy it for the zombie apocalypse when people like Ken the Democrat take over the world, and we need to be able to buy milk, and he's going to starve because he voted socialist. All right, the Treasury bonds is right now about 3.67%, which isn't too bad, and oil is about $86 a barrel. It's amazing. Look at that. And the average gas price is only up about $1.50 from last year at $3.80. It's no longer double last year's price. Let's go, Brandon. All right, what else? I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are here every morning at 7:30 a.m. on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And remember, you can contact me directly at contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. So vote Republican to make it a profitable day. See you guys tomorrow.